Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have a Beastmen versus Empire matchup, and this time I am going up against Ash Dukas in the Steel Faith Overhaul mod. You can see I have a pretty typical main line here. I have some Goreherd mixed in with two Bestigorherd. Out on this flank I do have one strong right flank with two Centaurs with great weapons, a Braceman of Death, simply for life leeching, and some armor piercing disruption. Then I have a second one. I have some Spearherd backing them up. I have Spearherd back here protecting these Ungor Raiders. I do have 2 units of Minotaurs with shields to deal with greatswords. 2 units of Harpies up front. You can see I do have Morgar and a Gorbel. Then I also brought 1 unit of anti-large Minotaurs with great weapons to deal with steam tanks, cavalry, and lords and stuff like that. But I only brought 1, and I put them in the very back of my army so they could be kind of protected from ranged fire. Over here you can see a very ranged heavy build from the Empire. Main line of flagellants, some handgunners on this side, silver bullets on this side, great swords in the back, 2 mortars, Zentler's Reichsguard, who do have anti-large in this mod. And you can see Karl Franz up here, who's a beast in this mod, very duelist kind of unit. He does have a Jade Wizard and a Light Wizard here to kind of protect all this stuff. In the front, you can see Luminark and a Steam Tank. The first shot is going off at Morgar, and look at that epic just dodge there. Very, very lucky. I saw it coming in, and I moved him just in time. You can see Gorbel here, I think is getting shot by maybe the Steam Tank. You can see I'm going to be pushing up on my strong flank. I brought my Harpies in here, and just look at these guys get decimated. They actually got hit by the mortars here, and just annihilated along with all that fire. Over on this side, luckily it just did disrupt this Luminark, so it's not going to be firing anytime soon. You can see on this side I managed to sneakily avoid the net with my Braceman of Death. Very lucky, so I'm going to be bringing him in to start disrupting this stuff and bring these guys around. And you can see the main line is engaging. A net coming down on my Harpies. You can see mortars coming down on my best scores. Harpies are being shot up, but at least it means my front line is not being attacked. They're all going to come in here, and I'm just going to start swarming. You can see I got my Bestigors on these Flagellants, which is a great matchup for me, and these guys are going to push in here. My Minotaurs with great weapons are going to get in here on the Steam Tank, which is great for me. And you can see Karl Franz coming down here, but my Chariot's just going to keep sneaking away. Malagor here far back, and Gorbel, definitely need to bring him in. But here come a nice Zentler's Reichsguard charge, followed up with some great swords. So these Goreherd are going to get annihilated, but you can see now my Harpies are kind of free in this back line. I have some more Centaurs back here. There's just too much for him to protect here, so I'm going to be getting in here on these handgunners and these silver bullets, while more Minotaurs are going to be coming in this way. Ungor Raiders are opening fire here. Gorbel way out there. Malagor is going to be rushing this side. You can see an extra unit of Goreherd and the Centaurs crush these handgunners very quickly, and now they're going to be moving on. And these Minotaurs are going to be coming in here for a rear charge. You can see I did spawn a Cygor in his back lines, which is kind of why I brought Malagor. And he's going to start chucking some rocks, hopefully getting a melee. Just look at that. Just like, oh, not a very good charge there, but it will definitely hurt their morale. And swing that fight in my favor. You can see I am I was trying to get after this Luminark, but another net is going to be put down. So this rock is going to have to do... Oh man, just decimated. I did cast Vile Tide, so that is a great use of Vile Tide, where they would have actually gotten 1 full volley off. I Vile Tided them. It shoved all their units to the ground, and they weren't able to shoot at Malagor and annihilate him. You can see nice Centaur charge. Just trying my best to make these greatswords trade as ineffective as possible, so charging them in the back with armor-piercing missiles. Over here you can see I do have some Minotaurs in here helping this Cygor with Karl Franz. Hopefully I can pin him on the ground, and you can see my Harpies over here pinning this Luminark. These Minotaurs are going to have a great time in this fight here against these Zentler's Reichsguard. These guys really need to be cycle charging, and look at just that splash damage is going to really hurt these guys. But you can see they're coming in here, coming for that Cygor and those Minotaurs. And he's just going to stomp them out. Yeah, and here you can see that front line is routing. I've managed to shut down a lot of the ranged fire. Goreherd are going to be coming in here. Gorbel The Zentler's Rex Guard with a brave last stand. You can see I am casting Devolve over here just to try and pull down those Flagellants. And you can see in the middle here, these Minotaurs with great weapons, even though this guy was being healed, have just managed to get him really low anyways. So definitely a nice trade there from those Minotaurs. Over here you can see I have caught the Wizards. Great swords running out there is very good for me. And nice use of nets here. He's just continuously pulling away from my troops and using his Luminark. He's actually going to turn and try and fire at Malagor, I think. But at this point, you can see the bounce bar is kind of shifting in my favor. Again, look at this, just another Vile Tide. And it's just going to break these guys instantly. So really great against reformed units like that. You can see it's going to break. And look at this. Pew! It's going to hit him straight on, but luckily not take him out. And here comes those Centaurs. So going to put some nice damage there. But again, another net as he just is fighting desperately for his life. You can see Karl Franz hunting Gorbel here as all my troops are going to start mobilizing this way. But you can see that Luminark is not very fast. It's only got 50 speed. So once these guys get free, they're just going to keep after it. And Gorbel here, you can see dueling Karl Franz. He's not going to like that. Look at that, all that bonus armor piercing. It's like a bonus like 60 armor piercing damage. So you can see Gorbel is taking a ton of damage. Definitely should not have let him get isolated out here. But I just have so many troops left here that really it's just going to be army losses that does him in. You can see Gorbel even routing there. Devolve coming down is going to waver Karl Franz even faster. He's going to get out of there. So definitely a great game to my opponent, Ash Dukas. You can see my front line doing okay. My Bestigors really doing a lot, and my Centaurs as well. You can see the Steam Tank. The Luminark really not doing too well. I was assuming it would do more damage to something like Malagor, but it didn't seem to actually do that much. You can see these two handgunners. That's so much range to protect. And Beastmen are just so fast and can come in from so many angles that just very, very difficult, especially with that Cygor spawn in the middle. But yeah, great game, and thanks for watching, guys. That's that.